Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Coffee Break, and welcome back to the Midland Esports Amateur StarCraft League. I'm going to have to practice that so much before I can finally say that properly. In fact, I think I've changed it like 2 or 3 times. Maybe I should just like look at what it actually is. That would probably help. This is going to be week number 1 in the first series casted of that tournament. It's going to be game number 3 between Proficient, spawning on the bottom right hand side as our yellow Zerg player, falling to 1-1 after game number 2. His opponent winning the previous game is going to be ExionSpawn in the top left hand corner here on Ohana Means Family. Spawn actually already taking out quite the lead in that Harvester count, because guess what? We once again have a early pool out of Proficient. I believe this was an 8 pool this time around. Going to be dropping that gas as well, probably to get that Zergling speed, or maybe to go for fast Banelings, one of the two. I'm going to go ahead and guess Banelings. I want Banelings, so I'm going to guess Banelings. That's the only reason why I'm guessing Banelings. Yeah, I know. Real analytical, eh, Coffee? Real analytical. We saw Proficient do something akin to this in game number 1, where he went for some sort of early pool aggression and was able to take out ExionSpawn, who had gone for a 15 pool, 15 hatch. This game, I think Spawn knows Ohana's a map that players commonly do like to cheese on. So he's going to go ahead, lay down a 13 pool, not going to be going for a 15 pool, a 15 hatch, 15 pool like he did in the previous game. So much safer opening than what he did in the previous game, and that's going to definitely benefit him here as we do go into this aggression out of Proficient. 6 Zerglings going to be spawning out on the map, and it is going to actually be metabolic boost Zerglings coming out for Proficient. We're even seeing him pull all the drones off of the gas, so no Baneling follow-up to this either. It's just going to be Zerglings all freaking a game long. Going to be stopping at 10 Harvesters there, building the Queen out. Spawning pool is now finishing up. Zerglings are about halfway across the map. Queen going to be coming out on the field. 4 Zerglings coming out for Spawn. As for the moment, he will be just fine against this aggression. I don't think that he knows it's coming yet. He will know very shortly, though, as we do have 6 Zerglings running up into the main base. The Overlord's going to see it, and here they come into the main base. 4 Zerglings popping out for ExionSpawn now. Needs to be very careful, pulling 3 drones off the line. Perfect response out of ExionSpawn. Going to be able to probably clean this up without too much of a problem there. And what the frick just happened? I don't know what just happened, but pretty much all those Zerglings actually just ended up living. Queen going to be popping out here, going to be able to get the Larva Inject down on the hatchery and then assist in the battle. No, get the Larva Inject, there we go, Larva Inject going down. Queen popping out over on Proficient side of things, going to be doing the same exact thing. Only 6 Zerglings here, and most of them fairly hurt for Proficient. Spawn needs to make sure to engage with the Queen here. Did lose, I feel, maybe 1 or 2 Zerglings unnecessarily, as they kind of did try to jump out and engage greater numbers without the Queen support. There we go. That's going to be just fine for ExionSpawn, though. Now going to be getting a metabolic boost of his own. Going to be playing it much better in this game than he managed to be able to pull out in the first game here. And I think Spawn, for the moment at least, is going to be just fine. Proficient going to be laying down the Baneliness, has to put 1 unit back onto that gas geyser. And going to be trying to follow this up with some, well, I guess with some more heavy aggression. I wouldn't say follow it up with heavy aggression, because pretty much it's just been aggression out of Proficient. Zergling is going to be running out across the map for ExionSpawn. It's going to be a very big deal if they can manage to get all the way down to his opponent's base and spot that Baneliness, but it doesn't look like Spawn is really willing to go that far, and it looks like he's just going to be staying up kind of in his main base. I think he's patrolling around looking for the Baneling follow-up that he knows is coming, but doesn't, you know, actually quote-unquote know that it's coming, unless I missed an Overlord scout somewhere in there. No, I have not. So Spawn technically does not know this Baneliness here, but it's a pretty common follow-up, I feel, to what Proficient opened up with. So Spawn going to need to be very careful, going to be dropping a Baneling Nest and a Spine Crawler of his own here. It looks like there's going to be a little bit of a Zergling engagement here, as Spawn does try to poke into that natural expansion into the main base, see what exactly is going on, but he's going to be forced back home. Both Zerglings on both players of Zerglings going to be on metabolic boost, going to be pulling the Queens to the ramp. Are they going to get there in time? Okay, Zergling's going to have to turn around and engage there. It's going to be enough to be able to take out what Proficient has, I feel, though. And, ooh, actually, it's going to be quite close, but yeah, I think Spawn's going to be just fine here. Only 3 Zerglings remaining for Proficient, and 3 Zerglings versus 2 Queens, probably not going to end all that well. More Zerglings going to be streaming out across the map. 2 Banelings now on the field for Proficient. Don't know where those are. There they are, actually, down at the ramp for ExionSpawn, who probably knows this is there, considering that this Overlord is in place. They're going to be able to see that. Baneling's going to be running up the ramp, going to be disappointed to find that the Queen is going to be the first thing that they're going to be able to attack. One Baneling does go down. Perfect by ExionSpawn. Oh, except for that, now going to be losing 5 Zerglings to that Queen. Oh, pardon me, to that Baneling right there. And that was something that he could really just not afford to do. Trying to get a good Queen positioning, not going to get it. And now things are looking very, very bad for Spawn. Just one Spine Caller left to defend. No Banelings on the field. 4 Banelings coming in for Proficient as well. 31 to 19 supply in our yellow Zerg Proficient's favor. And I think that's just about going to be game for Proficient unless these Zerglings can pull off some sort of miracle. But it is going to be 15 Harvesters to just the 10 of ExionSpawn, who's going to need to be very careful because there are going to be Banelings coming towards his mineral line there. One Baneling, oh, going to be able to take out a drone, and another Baneling going to be popping on those larvae, which is going to leave Spawn with only 1 larva remaining on the field. No Queens on the field as well to be able to help macro that up. Going to be trying to take a natural expansion. That's not going to happen as more Zerglings and more Banelings going to be streaming into the natural expansion here, and it looks like Spawn, oh, his mineral line once again in a lot of danger. The Banelings get to the mineral line. They connect, take out 3 drones, take out 5 drones in that engagement, and now it's going to be 26 to 4 supply, and that's going to be GG for ExionSpawn, who has lost a total of 17 workers by the 1845 mark. Ladies and gentlemen, that was round number 1 for ExionSpawn and Proficient. Proficient going to go up, 1-0 in week 1 of the tournament. Spawn going to obviously then fall 0-1 in the week 1 of the tournament. I'm going to go on and cast our next series of games here, and if you give me just a moment, I can check who that's going to be fairly easily. The B game is going to be, another good series. It is going to be Kino versus Exion Pure. And I believe TVP action, if I am not mistaken. So make sure that you guys stick around to watch those. I just want to take a quick moment and thank our sponsors once again, Quick Tech Computers, for your custom builds and computer repair needs, 70M Gaming, and of course, one of our newer sponsors, going to be Condemned Custom Controllers. Make sure to shoot them an email or something, guys. Check out their websites. They are great, great guys. And make sure to visit heartlandesports.org to be able to see when more events like this are coming up. My name is Coffee Break. Thank you for joining us here for ExionSpawn versus Proficient. And until next time, folks, we're signing out.